Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Galam Putra. Today I will present about divide and conquer algorithm. What is the divide and conquer algorithm? The divide and conquer algorithm is an approach in computer science that breaks down large problems into smaller, easier to solve subproblems and then combines the solution of the subproblems to get a solution to the original problem. This approach generally consists of three steps. First, divide. Two, conquer. And third, combine. First, divide. The first part of the divide and conquer algorithm is divide. This is a key step that involves breaking a large problem into smaller, similar subproblems to the original problem. This process involves several steps that can be described as follows. First, identify separation points. Purpose: determine how to divide the problem into smaller subproblems. Process: you need to find a point where a big problem can be divided into smaller subproblems. This can be in the form of dividing the array into two parts, dividing the metric problem into submetrics, or any other way of separation that corresponds to the problem at hand. 2. Determine the sub-issue size. Purpose: ensure that the resulting subproblem is small enough to be solved easily. Process: it is important to determine the optimal limit or size of the result subproblem. If the subproblem is too large, the divide and conquer approach will not provide an advantage because the subproblem remains difficult. So, choosing a subproblem size that is small enough to be solved efficiently is crucial. Third, recursion or iterations to divide. Purpose: break down the problem repeatedly until it reaches a fairly small subproblem. Process: after finding the point of separation and establishing the size of the subproblem, the next step is to implement recursion or iteration to divide the problem iteratively until the problem becomes small enough to be solved easily or directly. 2. Conqueror. The second step in the divide and conquer algorithm is conqueror. This is the stage at which each subproblem resulting from the division process is solved or solved in a certain way. This process involves several steps that can be outlined as follows. First, subproblem solving. Objective: solve each subproblem resulting from the division stage. Process: once a major problem is divided into smaller subproblems, the next step is to solve each of these subproblems. If the subproblems are small enough, they can be solved directly using the appropriate method or technique. 2. Application of algorithm or method to subproblem. Use the right algorithm or method to solve each subproblem. Process: the subproblem resulting from the division can be solved using an algorithm suitable for the case. For example, in the merge sort algorithm, when the subproblem is small enough, for example, it consists of only one element, it is considered already ordered. 3. Use of recursion or direct approach. Objective: apply recursion or a direct approach to solving subproblems. Process: if the subproblem is still large enough, it often takes a recursion approach to continue solve it until it reaches a size that can be solved directly. Third, combine. The final step in the divide and conquer algorithm is combine. At this stage, the solution of each previously solved subproblem is combined or put together into the final solution of the original problem. This process involves several steps that can be aligned as follows. Merging subproblem solutions. Objective. Combine the solution of each subproblem into a solution to the original problem. Process. After each subproblem is solved, the next step is combine this solution so as to form a complete solution to the original problem. For example, if a subproblem is an ordered subarray in the mesh algorithm, the combine step is to combine that subarray into an ordered bool array. Subproblem solution integration. Objective. Integrate subproblem solution correctly. Process. It is important to ensure that the solution of each subproblem is combined correctly. For example, in the mesh algorithm, the ordered subarray of each subdivision are combined in such a way that they form a full and ordered array. Third, recursive application of the combine function. Purpose. Use the combine function recursively to combine subproblem solutions. Process. If the merge stage requires repetition or iteration to integrate subproblem solutions, the algorithm can use the combine function recursively for the proper merging process. Weakness. Overhead recursion. The use of recursion in the divide and conquer algorithm can cause overhead. Each time an algorithm is recursively called, additional memory and processing time are required to store and organize that function call. 2. Difficulties in non-recursive implementation. Although these algorithms are often implemented recursively due to their natural problem-solving nature, creating non-recursive version of some divide and conquer algorithms can be difficult and confusing. 3. Large memory usage. The process of troubleshooting into smaller subproblems often requires additional memory allocation. If the original issue is very large and requires deep sharing, this could result in significant memory usage. 4. Inconsistent performance. Downside. The performance of the divide and conquer algorithm may vary depending on the deep type problem encountered. Some problems may fit this approach and benefit from division, while other problems may be less suitable and not gain significant benefit. 5. Reduced efficiency in small cases. Sometimes the overhead of dividing a problem into small subproblems can reduce the efficiency of the algorithm, especially when the problem at hand is relatively small. Breaking a problem into subproblems may become more expensive than solving a small problem directly. Axis. First, efficient troubleshooting. This algorithm allows solving large subproblems into smaller subproblems. This approach allows complex problems to be solved more efficiently because smaller subproblems tend to be easier to solve than the whole problem. 2. Parallelism. The divide and conquer approach often supports parallelism well, since large problems are divided into subproblems that are independent of each other. These subproblems can be solved in parallel across multiple processors, of course increasing processing efficiency and speed. 3. Use of recursion. The use of recursion allows the implementation of algorithms that are elegant and easy to understand. The recursive structure reflects directly the division of the problem into subproblems, making the algorithm more intuitive. 4. Wide applicability. Divide and conquer algorithms are used in a variety of applications, including sorting algorithms, such as merge search, quick search, such as binary search, signal processing, computational geometry algorithms, and more. Its ability to solve different types of problems makes it very flexible. 5. Efficient performance on big problems. For fairly large problems, these algorithms are often more efficient compared to other approaches. Breaking the problem down into smaller subproblems allows for more efficient use of resources. 6. Organized structure. The divide and conquer approach allows for an organized structure in solving problems by separating complex problems into smaller, more manageable parts. Conclusion. These algorithms become very useful in solving complex problems, especially when they can be solved into independent, more manageable subproblems. Despite its drawbacks, the divide and conquer approach remains one of the most powerful approaches in the world of programming and computing. Okay, that's it from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.